New this morning, we are just 2 weeks away from the critical U.S. Senate runoff elections here in Georgia. And our exclusive 11 Alive Survey USA poll is giving us a look at how many of you are feeling about the election. We asked, how much confidence do you have that votes in the runoff will be counted accurately? 40% have full confidence, 27% some confidence, 18% little confidence, and 11% no confidence. We also asked, should voters who vote by mail in the runoff election be required to submit a copy of their ID? 67% say voters should be required, 23% say not required, and 10% are not sure. And when it comes to Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger's job performance, 12% strongly approve of the job he's doing, 27% approve, 21% disapprove, 11% strongly disapprove.